right, Dime Guy here. Hey, we're gonna call this artwork with a dime guy. So anyway, I have found that art can be used as an expression and a statement, and so um, I'm not a very good artist, but this is kind of would be an expression. So years ago, when I had mentioned I had been in depression, I drew this. This has been several years ago, and it just kind of, I didn't share it with, I just was feeling, like this. And I had mentioned about, coming to the point where I kind of hit a point. It was like this fear line, and I started to have hope, and my feelings started changing, and so did my attitude. And so this had been put away for a while, and my daughter had it, and she gave it back to me. And she's like, "Hey, Dad, hey, here, I'm redoing my room here. Why don't you have this back?" And so I started looking at it, and the Lord brought Psalm 146:9 specifically back, and He says, "The Lord watches over the stranger; He relieves the fatherless and the widow, but the way of the wicked He turns upside down." So I have been wicked, and I still have tendencies where I have issues, and so anyway, the working turns the world's upside down of the wicked, and I used to think maybe it's just like a, oh, anyway, the Lord pushed me to this. So He said, "I think you have this upside down." And so I began looking at it, and so as I was beginning to look at it, this came to mind, and so I know that this isn't like a Christian symbol at all, and so there's a lot of meaning here, but we're not going to get into that. But what the Lord was telling me is you're looking at this upside down, and so I started by drawing this portion like the pyramid and the all-seeing eye, and as I'm looking down at myself, this is where these feelings come from: pride, unforgiveness, misery, anxiety, guilt, evil plots, lies, and this all leads to the gates of hell, and it is the ground right there, and so it keeps going, and that's where they say, where it's written, hell is under our feet. And so if you begin to, what's interesting is turn it upside down. I remember this picture when I was a kid. I was always interested, because it looks like you're looking down on a pyramid, or you're looking up from the bottom of a hole, like a bottom of a well almost. But anyway, so it gives you two different pictures. And so what the Lord showed me was that when you begin to look at this, you're looking down at yourself, but when you begin to look up, so we're going to use this. So where's our eyes at? It is at the top of the cross. We are looking down. It's not very fun hanging upside down, but when you turn your heart like this and you start to look up, you see heaven is open. There is no ground like it is down here. It is open, and so you begin to step by step, and you notice the weight of the world. All these bricks are on this little guy here, but this guy is given a ladder to crawl up out of and work his way to the kingdom of heaven. It's a two-part thing. God ain't going to do all the work. He gave us bodies, and He gave us brains and spirits, and He's given us a helper. And so we'll talk more about this drawing, but that's the basics.